backstage in the green room of the 9th annual WESPY Awards with Super Bowl champion, two-time, I believe, NFL MVP, Washington Redskins quarterback, Joe Theismann. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Nice
it's an
to
honor.
see you.
It's an honor. Welcome to the Rose City and to the WESPY Awards. Tell us, let's start with, what are you going to talk about tonight, and what are you going to instill in the minds of our Windsor athletic youth?
Well, you know, the thing is I first of all, I want to congratulate them for their accomplishments. I think too often we don't recognize those that have accomplished so much, and then we want to be able to not have this just be the only award they ever receive in their life, that there are other things that they need to do. Education is very important. The pursuit of a dream is very important. For some, you think, you get to this point, you think, wow, I've got it, I've done it. You know, I've accomplished everything that I want to accomplish. That really isn't true. You want to be able to take it to the next level and keep going forward and keep pressing forward. You know, and have goals, have dreams, take the right kind of attitude, get motivated about life. Those are things that I'll touch on tonight.
With that being said, what do you inspire to do next?
Now,
what's your next challenge?
My next challenge is to get my handicap under a scratch. I mean, I'm a 1 now. I'd like to get to a plus. So that's my aspiration, is to get down below that.
I'm horrible. My handicap's in a wheelchair. That's you know, better off staying off the green and staying on my couch.
It's safer for most people if you're not playing golf.
I'd much rather watch Tiger Woods do it for me. He takes care of it for me. Here, anything I'd say? Have you been to Windsor before? Is it your first time? Or?
I was trying to think.
Snow
back.
in April?
Yeah, well, it's nice to be in Windsor and look out the windows and see the snow. But of course, when I landed in Detroit to come over here, I saw the same thing. And it's like I live in Virginia. It was 80 degrees a day ago, and now it's going to be 26. Mother Nature just continues to let us know who's in charge. I mean, the lady is still in charge, and she's not anxious to give up winter. I have never been to Windsor. I was at Enzo's restaurant, though, I can tell you that. And I will say this. Now, this is something that Enzo understands, that when he put the mirrors in the men's room, he set them up for his height, which is 5'5". So if you're over 6 feet, prepare to bend down if you want to look at yourself in the mirror. I love Enzo to death. The food was fantastic. Everybody was wonderful. But I felt like I wandered into a hobbit's house. And it was just so much fun to be around such a very special man.
Hobbits are all the rage.
Hobbits are the rage, so I figure why not? But the food's great. What a wonderful place. And so that's where I've been in Windsor. I've been to Enzo's now.
And now you've been to the
I've been to the Caboto Club. I mean, is there any place else left for me to really go? I mean, I don't know.
The casino. But I didn't say that out loud. No, I gotta ask you. I see you're wearing the rings. Can we show those up close on the camera? What do we got here? What's this one?
This is the NFC Championship ring from the one we didn't win.
That's 83.
This is the World Championship ring of the one we won against. This one's Miami, and this one's the Raiders.
Now, that's actually interesting. I just want to point out that you actually won a Super Bowl against the team that drafted you in the NFL. That's correct?
I know. Yeah. As a matter of fact, and not only did I do that, I was drafted by the Miami Dolphins in 1971. I did not go. We played them in 1972. The Washington Redskins beat the Miami Dolphins, or the Miami Dolphins beat the Washington Redskins to have their undefeated season. In 1982, we beat the Miami Dolphins. And then in 1984, while I was an active player, in January of '85, when the Miami Dolphins played the San Francisco 49ers in Palo Alto, California, in Super Bowl 19, I had the privilege to broadcast that game for ABC with Don Meredith and Frank Gifford. So Don Shula, every time he sort of saw me in the 80s and 90s, he just really didn't care much for me, to be honest with you, and I can understand why.
Talk about quickly your experience playing in the CFL in Canada before going over to the NFL and the adaptation from a kicker, I believe it was, to Super Bowl quarterback.
I absolutely loved playing in the CFL. Toronto, I consider one of my homes. I grew up there, I guess you could say. I grew up in the world of football in Toronto. 2 of my 3 children were born in Toronto General. I didn't want to leave the Canadian Football League. I would have been very happy to stay had the economics worked out a little bit better at that particular time. But the city was a changing city. There were so many things happening in society. It was an exciting place to be. And we had a pretty darn good football team that a lot of people came out and supported, with a lot of great players. Of course, Leo Cahill, I thought, was one of the icons of the CFL. I mean, Leo, he was sort of the ringmaster of the circus we called the Toronto Argonauts, with the group of guys that we had. But I love living in the city. I love the people of Toronto, enjoyed it tremendously. And when I come back to Canada, I always feel like I'm just coming home.
That's great to hear. I'm glad that people, Americans like yourself, a Jersey boy, can come up to Canada and just enjoy. And I've talked to other pro athletes that play in Toronto from the States, and they're just like, I love the city. It's fantastic. Now, one other request. Do you think you got one in you? Think you can throw me a little short pass? You can. All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, ready? Got a wide screen. Got a wide screen. Toe in, I'll go. Ready? Go. Spike it. There you go.
Todd. One other request. You're sitting for dinner with Bob Riem. He's donated this ball. If you'd be so willing to sign it for us, we will give it away online later on when this show airs.
You got it.
I don't know if there should be like a Jeopardy song happening here or something, but
Music. We need music.
we'll cue it in post. That's super amazing. Thank you so much. If you could do one other thing for me, look at the camera and say, I'm Joe Theismann, Super Bowl champion. I like Windsor. You should too.
Ready? Hi, I'm Joe Theismann, Super Bowl champion. I like Windsor. You should too.
Heard it from the pro. Thank you very much.
Thanks, buddy.
Much pleasure. Congratulations and good luck tonight.